Welcome to Armand Academy. Like and subscribe for more content and drop your doubts in the comments. Share with your friends and classmates. For private tuition in these subjects across all boards and universities, contact me here or the link in the description. Let's get started. Monopoly Canteen serves packed meals to two groups of consumers, Group X and Group Y. The demand for packed meals for X and Y are given by, and we have been given two demand equations, where P is the uniform price per unit, the unit cost of producing each meal is 50, and the value of P in rupees that maximizes the canteen's profit is, and we've been given options. Now, before we try calculating the value of P, we must first check whether there is profit possible in each of these equations. Okay, and when do we make a profit? We've been given the unit cost. We have not been given fixed cost, variable cost. We've just been given unit cost of 50. Okay, so obviously we will make a profit if the price, okay, if price is more than 50. But let us see whether there is any demand when price is equal to 50. And by doing that, okay, we do that by substituting. So we have Qx. We have Qx is equal to 200 minus 4p. And similarly, we have Qy is equal to, okay, Qy is equal to 300 minus p. In the place of p in both the cases, let me just substitute 50. Okay, so it's going to be, okay, it's going to be 200. Okay, be careful. It's going to be 200. Okay, 200 minus 4 into 50. Similarly, over here, it's going to be 300 minus 50. Okay, and what are you going to get for the quantity of X is 200 minus 200, which is 0. That means when you're selling at cost to X, you're in a situation where the demand is 0. That means if you sell it at a higher price and try and make a profit, I mean, you're going to have negative demand. Okay, so it just doesn't make sense to get into it doesn't make sense to cater to this group of consumers at all. Just eliminate them and concentrate only on this. Where at cost, if you happen to sell, you're able to sell 250. Okay, you're able to sell 250 pack meals. And now let us do some calculations where we try and maximize that. Okay, so for that, we need to keep in mind a couple of things. The formula for profit. And the formula for profit, which we know is total revenue minus total cost. Okay, and at the same time, total revenue, we know that total revenue is equal to price into quantity. And we know and normally total cost would be fixed cost plus variable cost, but we've been given unit cost only. So I will just write unit cost. Okay, so total revenue, total revenue is equal to price into quantity. And do I have the price? Okay, do I have the price? I do not have the price, but we have quantity. Okay, the entire right hand side of this equation is quantity because quantity y is equal to 300 minus p. Okay, so I'm going to simply say total revenue is equal to p, which we don't know, into quantity of y. Unit cost, okay, unit cost, uh, by the way, it is going to be unit cost into number of units. Okay, which is as good as saying the unit cost, which we have decided is 50, into the number of units, which is the quantity of y. Okay, so I can simply write this as 50 q y. All right, and similarly over here, I'm getting p q y. And now we are in a position to solve for profit. Profit is equal to P Qy minus 50 Qy. Okay, but now I know the value of y. which is 300 minus P, which I'm going to substitute. Okay, so it's going to be P open bracket, 300 minus P minus 50 open bracket, 300 minus P. Okay, and now we solve further. Okay, so profit is equal to 300P minus P square minus 15,000 minus 15,000 plus 50P. All right. And now our next step is to find the differentiation. Okay. First order derivative where we are differentiating profit with respect to price. Okay. And that would be d pi by dt is equal to, okay. And remember, uh, for if we have a function of x and similarly the derivative of x. Okay, this is like basic 11 standard differentiation. If it is simply x, it is 1. If it is x square, it becomes 2x. If it is a constant, it is 0. All right. In our case, I don't have x, I have p. So p will become 1, p square will become 2p. And any number, for example, 15,000, okay, is going to become 0. So this p becomes 1, so I simply have 300. This p square will become 2p. This will become 0. And similarly, p over here, so 50. Frankly, I could have added these two first before getting into differentiation, but we can just proceed anyway. All right, so we have uh, d pi by dp, okay, or maximizing profit with respect to price is equal to 300. And let me just write 350 this time, 350 minus 2p. Okay, and now because this is differentiation, I can write this as 350 minus 2p is equal to 0. 2p over here, subtraction goes, that's it, becomes addition. 350 is equal to 2p. I'm just going to write it the other way around. So I'm going to say 2p is equal to 350. Therefore, p is equal to 175. Okay, and we have our answer D as 175. Okay, and just so that you know, right, quantity Y is equal to 300 minus 175. If you do, you will be able to sell, you'll be able to sell 125 packages. Okay, and you'll make a certain amount of profit. And we know that that profit is going to be, all this is not asked. Okay, we have already got 175 just for fun. Okay, we know that our selling price is now 175. We know the cost price is 50, so it's going to be 125. Okay, so basically 125 into 125 is your profit, whatever that number is, which they've not asked for. Any doubts? Feel free to ask.